Right. I just want to end because this computer is going down. It's hacked or some technical thing. But when I woke up, being left for dead in September 12th, and word to the ceremony of Chris Stevenson, and I am right now witness of a corrupted economical fraud case, wire scam, playing out in Esbjerg Commune and with links to the government and especially entertainment, right? But back to when I survived. When I woke up cold to an apartment without life. My son was missing, and I woke up to another investigation. I tried this before under the Plaking abandon, where I was too young to investigate, but I was left for dead, right? So basically, I decided when I woke up that I would spend 10 years for investigation, because I knew that there had to be some, for example, the male Murdochs and Denmark, and Trober, and the press is digging in too much illegally. And there is also cases of Atea, Nets, tax company in Denmark, at Staten Ejendomsstyrelsen, Brita, which is a big fraud case in social ministry. There's a lot of cases, and you have the Me Too, Epstein, Weinstein, TV2, Centropa, Scout people, whatever. So basically, I decided that this case was going to be test for the system, because we knew very soon who was involved, because I already knew some of it, right? So basically, all the people that fucked up in this case, including the police, including mayors, including ministry, is going to go, some of them are going to jail. They're going to be fired or go to jail, or, and I spoke, for example, to Lars Hjort Frederiksen about his a former minister, and he could have informed the right people. He didn't. Now, I protected him there was an attack from the press, which is the suspect of the guilt, right? So basically, he was going to be protected in the government, as well as P.T. Finsen, who worked for FE, right? But they are all going to be protected, but they're not going to be like, they can't keep this case for themselves. They have to inform, for example, higher up, like the Ministry of State, Defense Minister, about Chris Stevenson. If they don't do that, they can come to court. So basically, we kind of test the system here, because I know what happened, and I know who was involved. I think they left me for dead, and then they made their normally abuse of data, which is Susanne Bier, Chance Moore, and 13 Hours, also on a company she works with, Paramount. Deepfake, and they got too close to the fire, you could say. They were involved. Otherwise, they wouldn't have the data, simply. So basically, the rest is a test case, because I was going to get insurance, and if my boy was alive, he was going to go home. He didn't. So basically, they made a fraud case, economical crime, as told you. So I've been looking over the last 10 years, thousands of crime documentary to try and find what happened in my childhood, for example, where I a missing person and thereby no rights, no name. What else could these people have done from my past? Explore, abuse, and why and how? Australia is mentioned, a Beaumont case, and so on. So basically, it's been a lot of work, and I've also been answering for investigation otherwise, and also some individual cases not connected to my case. There is Emilia, there is Ubåtsmannen interview, and all of this stuff. So we have a police that doesn't have order in their account. We have a ministry who doesn't answer to Chris Stevenson, United States. We have Esbjerg Commune that makes fraud and power abuse. We have police that kind of refuse to work, very scandalized. So if I conclude now, and it's late and I've been working out and stuff like that, But the investigation for my part has ended. I'm not going to make any more calls on the case. It's unfair if they have my boy, that they keep him as a sort of hostage for the data industry spying, and for just because they can. Whatever, I cannot offer more investigation in the case. Police got all the data I have, so did the ministry. They didn't react on it. So it would be hopeless to try and continue calling hackers or walking to the police and get a slam door in my face when I have been robbed, when I have been victim of assault hackers. I get a door slammed in my face. That's illegal. So we can work with you people. And whatever, I'm Danish, Australian, German, France, or whatever, we are still into NATO. We are into cooperation worldwide, and I have a high standard. Northern Ireland peace process, DDR wall down, level with the Putins and United States representative, and also the Yugoslavia, right? So I do work a lot with the United States, but I also work with France and Germany and Russia. And actually, I have no problem working with people, but I can see that the Danes generally have a cooperation problem. And they generally have a problem to keep their own laws. So the USA are criticizing Denmark for this case, but also chemistry, use of chemistry weapon, or if not, and human rights and security around harbor, airport, and so on, whitewashing, terror nesting, and stuff like that. I can only back them up if it's true. Copy products will tend to be a tax wall, and there will be some restriction on that. But we try. I try to buffer zone on UN to get help, because I'm not the only one suffering. The elderly is doped, unrecognizable. Animals are suffering. It's spreading disease. Children are suffering, and it's a totally failed country in a way. And they went, I'm sorry, history, you went along with the Nazis, then you turned around and became West, and then I don't know what you want. So I am the investigation stopped, it's 10 years without getting paid. So I can't work this way. I have to earn some money. I also have to gain some kind of vital trust in myself and my life and so on. I can't be always looking at the dark side. I have to get some fun, you know. I can't, you can't work 10 years and then present a great, I can write a book about it in some time, and don't use any of my data without asking first.